Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today, we're going to look at, is Satoshi buying some Bitcoin? Is Japan about to enter in and buy some Bitcoin? Is Texas buying Bitcoin? Florida already bought Bitcoin. We already know that there is a bill before the US government to buy some Bitcoin. We're going to check all of that out and more, including the 12 days of Christmas. I'm going to share about that in a moment as well. But before we do that, you know what I'm going to say next? Smash the like button. This helps get this channel out to more people and does help to support the channel. I appreciate all of the kind words that are left in the comments section below. I really do love reading and responding. You took the time to write it. I take the time to read it and respond. Thank you. And the questions that get asked there, I do get back to that as soon. All those questions, I do get back to them as soon as I am able to. Okay, with emphasis on as soon as I'm able to. Okay. And of course, below is the description of this video. If you click, you might just need to click on more and it'll pop out the description. The Stocks with Josh Discord with the most amazing people on the planet there. You can get signed up. I'm in the crypto channel there daily. I'm also in the newly created memes channel there daily as well, interacting, engaging with such a fun, incredible community there. I also have my own Crowned Traders channel in there where I'm providing education, resources. I've shared some of my trade setups and of course entertainment, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And so if 18,000% on Sonic doesn't get you entertained, I'm not sure what will. I got sent an email just yesterday from somebody who put $1,600 into Sonic, which was, as of around yesterday or the day before, was worth almost $100,000, $97,000. And I'll share a bit more in that coming days, because I think Sonic can go even higher. But we're not talking about Sonic today. We're going to talk about Satoshi. And before we do that, I will be on the Stocks with Josh live show today, coming up at around about somewhere between 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, maybe a little after 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe stay tuned for the live show. The 12 days of Christmas. We're going to be sharing 12 days straight, 12 straight live shows. I'm going to be over there on the stocks. I've got my own show. I'm going to keep doing my shows regular every single day, so don't fret. But I'm also going to be over on the Stocks with Josh live show today at around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got a new Sui meme coin play to share. Okay, that is first of all going to go out to the Discord. So it's another great incentive to get those early plays in the Discord. The links are below, and then we will be sharing it on the YouTube channel over there live. So come join me live with Josh on the Stocks with Josh YouTube page. Okay, we're going to jump into, what have we got? Texas, that's right. Texas is relating to the establishment of a Bitcoin reserve within the state treasury. It is filed. Strategic Bitcoin reserve is now officially happening in Texas. So the Texans has stepped up. Everybody in Texas, give me a shout out. And also, if you're in Florida, because Florida already bought Bitcoin. So if you're in Florida, give me a shout out in the comments below. But Texas, way to step up as well. Florida and Texas now are going to be two Bitcoin holding states. Absolutely fantastic there as well. But the coolest story that I saw today, in my opinion anyway, the coolest story is Japan is considering creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. A member of parliament, Satoshi Hamada, not Satoshi Nakamoto, but Satoshi Hamada just proposed the concept, calling Bitcoin a potential national and asset there. And absolutely amazing. Will we see the harsh crypto laws in Japan loosen towards crypto soon? Okay, absolutely amazing. So it's Satoshi, not the Satoshi Nakamoto, but it's Satoshi Hamada Is he going to get that Bitcoin? Is Japan going to be buying the dip? That absolutely amazing there. And of course, in Florida, they already bought the dip there. And so it's absolutely fantastic. They already own some Bitcoin actually, but they want to launch a statewide Bitcoin reserve. Absolutely incredible. Now, going into December now, as I shared yesterday in my show, we've got that 44% gain from the last cycle, 30% from the previous cycle in 2016. I'm going to lean more towards the 30% gainer for the month of December. And so, of course, if we did see that, we would see around that 120,000 to 130,000 level there. And of course, right now, this is what I said yesterday. I shared yesterday that I thought we might trade in this little area here between about 99, 100,000, because that Fibonacci level there is at 99,000. Around 99,000 and change there, just under 100,000. Can't quite see the total there. But this is where I felt that we could trade a little bit here in this little area. And that's exactly what is happening right now. Any dips down to this 90 to 94K area have been completely eaten up. And you can see these Fibonacci levels that I've had in place. And look, if you just bought the tribal trades trend line, you would have been doing pretty well. We did see a little bit of a scary dip underneath that. We thought we were going to go below, maybe hit it and then break down, but that hasn't happened. And so leading into this Christmas rally, and remember, I've been sharing about the Christmas rally, how historically Bitcoin has rallied between 30%, 29%, 33% in the 2012, 2016 halving years, and has rallied into Christmas. That's from the Thanksgiving low, okay? That's from the Thanksgiving low that we had, and I think the Thanksgiving low was this low in over here, the week of Thanksgiving low, I should say. So we could see a nice jump. That was around, what do we see there? We saw a drop down to 90,791 there on the Thanksgiving low there, by the looks of it. Yeah. So that would lead us up again around that area. Of course, there was higher gains in 2020, but I'm not going to. That was a little bit of an outlier. So I'm just going to put that on the back burner there. Although we did see in December 2020 was a little bit higher as well, 46%. I'm not going to. I'm going to more go with the 2012 to 2016 metrics. I think that's going to be more in play what we see here. And of course, in January, the first week of January, last cycle, January 2021, Bitcoin dumped around about 30% from the week of January the 4th. I don't think we're going to see that heavy of a sell-off, but always best to be prepared, right? And so if we did see a sell-off, we have seen it around the 20% regions. And I am going to do a special video before Christmas where I will go through all of that data, and I'll do a video just on that, okay? So as we can see here, what are we looking for? This is good. We're waiting. We're just having these strong wicks down in it, where buyers are having it. It's just price just seems to be settling between these ranges. And then this is our first test up here around this 104K level that will want to flip from resistance to support. And then I really feel this is going to be quite a significant level here around 108K. Now, is it possible that we don't even see 30% in the month of December? Yeah, it's quite possible. It's quite possible we come up and just hit these higher levels. But historically, we've more come up and hit around these levels up here. But I'm just sharing historically what has happened, and certainly this zone, because we really have to see what happens just in the coming week. And so we'll be able to check that out. Okay, so let's look at, we have the liquidation levels, which have been really assisting us in our journey. And it's, as I say, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And what is the yellow brick road telling us today? Well, the yellow brick road is telling us today that it's possible that the market makers are going up to liquidate 30 million at 100,624, a little bit higher, 100,900, and then 101,200 liquidation levels. The liquidation levels are below it, down at that 99,000 level. There's one at 98,000. And this goes again to back up what I said yesterday, that I felt we'd be trading within a smaller range here. If we zoom out, let's zoom out here to the 24-hour time frame here, and you can see that there is more liquidity above, right up to $103,000. And again, this just goes in line with what I said yesterday, that I felt Bitcoin was going to trade in a little bit of a tighter range there. There is a little bit of liquidity below at 98. So I would expect Bitcoin to move between that 99,000 and 104,000. And I do think that altcoins can go quite nicely in that area. We do see on the bigger time frame here, there is the biggest yellow block is actually below on the 48-hour time frame at 98,000. But it's quite possible we already come down. Look, follow the yellow brick road. Liquidated. The yellow brick road was liquidated here. The yellow brick road was liquidated here and down here. And you can see after all of that was liquidated, now going up here where we have on the shorter time frames, we have more yellow above price here on the smaller time frames and the 12-hour time frames. Of course, we do have on the 12-hour a chunk there. So it's possible that we come up, maybe hit those first liquidation levels of 100 and maybe move back down again to these lower levels. At some point, by the way, some of these liquidation levels are going to get left behind in one way or the other, okay? And we just have to know that we can't just always think, oh, it's definitely coming down to here. I don't use this as a standalone indicator. And I am going to do a video where I share the indicators that I use with the liquidation heat map to help me ascertain where to put my buy and my sell orders and how to make trades. That is coming up, so stay tuned for that. But this, I don't use this as a standalone, because if I use this as a standalone the other day, the market makers left behind some liquidity below at 94 and 95,000, and maybe they'll still come back and get it, and maybe they'll come back and get it at a later time. But let's just move on to the bigger time frames here. The 3-day time frame, we have, again, we do see there is some liquidation levels. So here there is 98,600, and there is this liquidation level here at 96,400. So keep an eye on that. It doesn't mean they'll come down to get it. It doesn't mean that it'll come and be got now. Maybe it'll get left later, and maybe it'll just be completely left behind for now. But that's certainly an area of interest, and maybe it's there just to scare some folks that, oh, no, it could come down to there. I don't want to buy. That's not how I trade, okay? That's not how I trade at all. If we do come down, those are dips that I will accumulate on there. And you can see, again, here, there is more up on the weekly time frame at 103. So we have a little bit of a range there where if we go back to the Bitcoin charts there, we have a little bit of a range where if we have a look at the liquidation level which come into play, there is that $96,000 level just here, right there, and that is a possible play. And then, of course, but the more likely scenario is that 99 to 104 play. Now, I'm not ruling out not yet another little shakeout before the breakout, another little drop down to get that final bit of liquidity at 96,000. That would be what I would be making sure I have my orders set. I have my orders set, and this is what I have. I have all my orders set, all my buy orders set, and I have all my sell orders set in advance, okay? And if something happens, because I'm busy and I'm doing stuff during the day, right? And if something happens, I know my buy orders are going to get filled. And then, of course, I have my sell orders in place. So if I'm busy, my sell orders are going to get. So I'm just have my buying and selling automated, and I set that all up in advance. So that would be something to keep in mind there. Maybe a final little maybe. Don't say, oh, you said there was a dip coming in 96. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's possible. It's possible there is liquidity down there at 96. I think it's more likely the 98,000, and this is my tribal trades trend line. I'm going to have to extend that a little bit here. Of course, my tribal trades trend line, we could actually adjust that a little bit and update that. That might be because now we do have this candle, and we still have candles coming into that line. So that still is a valid trend line there. We've got plenty of touches here. You only just need 3 touches there to establish a trend. And so we have at least three touches there, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. So that would be, I'm updating that trend line there. I know it's a little bit tough to see. I'm going to need to clean up my charts for everybody there. I'm probably hurting everybody's eyes out there. I do apologize for that. And so So that's, and then of course we've got this 104 level. There's not a lot of liquidity yet above 104. So that's why I'm saying the market moves where the money is. Show me the money. If you've seen that movie, show me the money. Okay. That's the Bitcoin market is moving where the money is. It's like a magnet, okay? It moves toward that money and it collects that money. It's like a little Hoover that collects that money. But yeah, so as we can see here, that this will move up, I think, at some point up here. And of course, the Bitcoin is the liquidation levels. We are seeing this come up and tag this level here. So are we going to come and take this here and this here at 101,000? And then we've got that 99 and 98,000 below. So those are the most immediate areas above and below price. That's the range we tend to be looking in. Remember, on these bigger time frames, we do have some a little bit higher, up to 103,000, and we do have some down at 96,000 to be aware of as well. But I still am expecting the Christmas rally, okay? I am expecting that Christmas rally still to come. I still think that Bitcoin for the month of December can still put in at around about that 30% gainer. For the month of December there, and we closed at 100, about 101. So 30% gainer would put us around that $130,000 level. But boy, that would be some move between now and the end of the year. That would be some move. This is why I put this line here at 122. If we don't break above $104,000, we're not going to get to these upper levels either as well. So we'll certainly see what shakes out with that. But those are my areas of interest. I've got this 122K there. That's a double Fibonacci level, and that would be a significant gain from here, in my opinion. And we could see, as Bitcoin goes into price discovery, we could see more FOMO come in, and people talking about 170 Bitcoin, 250K. I've seen even reports of 300K Bitcoin in this cycle. Okay, that's not what I predicted for the top in Bitcoin. I do have a video on that. Please check it out on my YouTube channel. Well, okay, we're going to wrap that up today. And as always, until the next episode, which is the altcoin show coming up in a couple of hours, probably around between 8:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, happy trading.